Hey guys, welcome back to Status Detail. Today we're going to talk about how to remove bird poop from your car. So a few days ago, a friend of mine was asking me how to remove bird poop from his car because he parks under a tree at his house and they constantly just like poop all over his car, and it's really frustrating. So 24 hours later, I'm at a car show and a $3 million Bugatti gets a bird poop on it. And the guy who manages the collection basically walks up to me and says, hey, can you help remove this from this car? I'm kind of uncomfortable touching and rubbing this very, very expensive car. So of course I offered to help, and he filmed it and we kind of shot a little how-to on that. So today we're going to talk about how to remove bird poop from your car and using 3 different methods. We're going to do the first method is going to be the worst case scenario, meaning you get a bird poop out in the world and you don't have any tools to fix it. Maybe you don't even have microfiber towels. We're going to talk about how to handle that. Step 2, or method 2, is going to be you have some tools and how to use those tools to fix the problem. Fixing the problem meaning removing the poop. And then method 3 will be like you have all of the tools, which means you're probably in your driveway or parked at home. And most importantly, method 3 is going to include running water. So we're going to have a hose. So let's jump into it and we'll talk about all the ways to take care of it. So that's a $3 million poop. This bird pooped all over this Bugatti and we had to clean it off at a car show. So this is literally only been on the paint for maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes max. Like it had just happened. So you can always pick out things from it. If there was a little leaf or branch or something in there, that's fine. You can take that out. You don't want to contend with that. All we had at this event was 2 or 3 microfiber towels, no chemicals. This was it. So this is the worst case scenario. And in the worst case scenario, we go to the bathroom, we take that microfiber towel and we wet it. We got it really wet. And now we're putting that microfiber directly on the paint, and we're basically going to let the moisture from the towel go into the bird poop, and it's going to soften it and kind of hydrate it so we can pull it off very, very easily, versus picking at it when it's dry would be a total disaster. So virtually no pressure. We're just tapping to make sure that moisture goes into the bird poop. And now you can see I'm literally lifting straight up. There's like a rock or a stone or something in there because birds eat stuff like that. So we're lifting and pulling back. We're not really dragging it over the paint like we're wiping. We're kind of lifting straight up and using clean parts of the microfiber to go back over it. And as you can see here, we basically got 95% of that bird poop out with literally no friction. I lifted the towel basically straight up and then lifted it like almost like an envelope, like back on itself. So I encapsulated all that bird poop back into the towel. Now there's a little bit of poop left in the jam there, which really is like a rubber seal, and the poop really can't damage anything on the rubber. We just didn't want it to etch the paint, so we took it off as soon as possible. Now what's interesting is you are going to see in a second, it still did actually etch the PPF. The whole car has PPF on it. So the bird poop is so acidic and it was so hot out that even though we did that as quickly as we did, it still etched it. Now the thing is that if we had left it on for like 8 hours, which is how long the event is, it would have etched potentially all the way through the PPF. What we see here can probably be polished out and it won't be the end of the world, but it shows you how fast a bird poop will etch the paint. So this is method 2. Method 2 is like the better of the 2 methods, obviously. The third method we'll talk about in a second. But method 2 is using an IK foamer. So obviously there was a bird poop on this car, and I sprayed it with an IK foamer, which was filled with car soap and water. And now instead of using the towel to wet it and kind of hydrate it and remove it, I'm using the IK foamer with soap in it. So without even putting anything on it like a towel, it's naturally loosening it, and then when you end up taking a towel, you can wipe it away. It's totally encapsulated in foam and lubrication, and it just totally wipes away, and it's not a problem at all. Now, in situations like this one with the black car, if there's a huge piece like that, you can always kind of pick at it or knock that off. Then once you have just the surface layer of the bottom part of the bird poop, that's when we're going to use the IK foamer, or same thing with method 1. That's when we would use the microfiber towel with a wet microfiber towel. We don't want to contend with more than we need to. So if you can pick something out or knock something off, that's always the best way to do it. So method 2 is really incredible. Now, method 3 I did not film, but I'm going to show you guys just some cool footage from the car show because there were some amazing cars there, so you guys can enjoy that and just kind of listen to what method 3 was. So method 3 is quite simply washing your car. So if you're home and a bird poops on it and the car's already kind of dirty, by all means, just pull out the hose, pull out the pressure washer, and just spray it with a hose or spray it with a pressure washer, and you will completely blow the bird poop off of it in 2 seconds. and problem solved. Not a complicated way to handle it, right? Now, if you want, method 3 can also be like a hybrid where, like, if you plan on washing the car in a day or two because you don't have time today, then you can always use the IK foamer, knock that out, and then wash the car the next day or something. I do that all the time because birds poop in my car in my driveway relatively often because we have a lot of trees. So method 3 is basically just, if you have the time to do a wash, like, wash it. And we've made videos about that and talked about that before. There's no substitute for just doing it the correct way. Now, the IK foamer is so good that I would barely call that the incorrect way. It is really, really good. But basically method 3 is spray it with water until it's completely dissolved and it's gone. And then, you know, if you, at that point, you're going to make a mess on the car, so you're probably just going to want to wash it because you're going to have to wipe all that water back off, so you might as well wash it with soap. Now, method 1 is, a lot of people are going to try and say method 1 is too harsh, right? Like, oh, that's awful. Now, if in that first clip with the Bugatti, if we had waited 8-9 hours for that car to get back to the shop, or back to his garage for him to wipe that off, I almost guarantee it would have ruined the PPF to the point where I couldn't polish it out and fix it. We'll have the opportunity to polish that out at some point, and I'm sure we can mend that piece of PPF because it was on there for such a short amount of time, and the burn mark that's in the film now is really superficial. It didn't have time to really sink into it. If you let it sit for 8 or 9 hours for that long, it can actually go through the film and still etch the paint underneath, and then that's a whole other can of worms where you got to peel the film off, you got to polish the paint, and then you got to refilm it. And these are kind of some of the reasons that I don't like film, but that's, again, for another video. I know I keep saying that, but that is a video that's coming soon. So out of all these methods, my #1 recommendation for you guys is, if you don't have an IK foamer, go buy one. I don't care if you buy it from me, from Amazon, from, you know, Autotopia or AutoGeek or whoever you buy it from. Just buy one and have it. And keeping it in your car is a wonderful way to handle freak things like a bird pooping on your car, or if you park in a concrete parking garage and like a lot of mineral water drips on your car, because that's happened to me before. Take the IK foamer out, just wipe that mineral water off real fast, because mineral water can etch paint real bad. It's just the all-arounder, amazing quick detailer that's got a ton of lubrication. I don't really like normal quick detailer because of the problems of it's not enough lubrication to me, so that's when you get swirl marks. It's very difficult to get swirl marks with an IK foamer because it just throws so much lubrication on the paint. So I hope that makes sense for you guys. If you have questions about the IK foamer method or method 1, please message below. There shouldn't be much to talk about for method 3. It's just wash your car. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up this video. If you have any questions, please comment below. I will totally watch all the comments and respond to them, because sometimes there are little nuances where you have a question regarding this kind of stuff that I didn't cover in the video, and I'm more than happy to answer your questions in the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a thumb up. Also, please subscribe to the channel if you enjoy this kind of stuff. The kinds of cars that were in this video were pretty cool. Some of these cars maybe are coming to the channel in our more traditional sense, where we shoot big wash videos or detailing videos. I'm not going to talk about which car is coming, but some of the cars in the video that you saw today are coming to the channel in a larger format of a more traditional, big, fun detailing video. We also have so many more cars coming. The 993 barn find video is still in the works, and it's just been a long project. So that is coming. But yeah, if you enjoy this kind of content, guys, please subscribe, and I can't wait to show you some of the cool stuff that we have coming. We have more videos like this coming too. If you ever have an idea for a video or something you want me to film or shoot, please shoot a comment below, message me on Instagram. My friend literally mentioned this to me, and it sparked an idea, and we made this video basically within a week of it kind of coming up. So if you have ideas, you never know. If you mention something to me, I might make a video like right away on it, because it's a great idea. So that's it. See you in the next one.